Hi guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Seema Rath. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about 10 mistakes that most curly head beginners do. Mistake number 1, procrastinating wash days. So I know a lot of us are a little lazy when it comes to washing our hair and doing the whole routine. We might have pushed it 1 or 2 days sometimes, but I know there are a lot of people who push it for a lot more days. Like if you have planned your wash day on the 4th day, then you push it to 7th or 10th day. Don't do that, because first thing is your scalp gets dirty, which means you're compromising the health of your hair and the health of your scalp. While in the CG method, it's not advised to wash your hair on an everyday basis or even on an alternate day basis. It's better if you do it like once in 3 or 4 days, but do what suits your scalp and figure out how many days once do you need to wash your hair. For me, it ideally is once in 4 days. For different people it varies, so figure out what your wash day cycle needs to be like and stick to that. Mistake number 2, experimenting with way too many products. I know a lot of bloggers, content creators, YouTubers that you follow are trying out different products in each of their posts or videos, but that's their job. They need to review products, they need to try out different products, and one more thing is that they kind of know their hair a lot better because they have done that much research, and that's why they are in this field, at least most of them. So it's okay for them to try out products to give you guys the review, but doesn't mean that you need to buy every product that a blogger or a YouTuber is recommending. See what product suits you and stick to it. And even if you feel like, oh my god, she tried this new product and I really like the results on her hair and I want to try that product out, just stop, wait till you finish your product. Let it be a shampoo, like finish your existing shampoo and then go for it. I would suggest don't waste products until unless it's really bad for your hair. Like if it's drying it out too much or if it's making your scalp itchy, only then switch to other products. If it's working for your hair decently, then why not? I mean, finish the product and then go to a different one. So what I have done is there are a few products that I repeatedly buy, and I stick to those products because I know they work for my hair. And when I did experiment with a few products, that's when I had protein overload in my hair. So yeah, don't experiment with too many products. Mistake number 3, not clarifying your hair. So I know a lot of curly haired girls who've just started their CG journey, and they come and complain to me saying that, you know what, these sulfate free shampoos, silicone free conditioners and all of that don't work for me because my hair feels weighed down, my hair feels like there's a lot of gunk in it and all of that. That's because you probably don't clarify your hair. So what happens is the products that you use can cause buildup, and because your shampoos are sulfate free shampoos that you're using, it cannot really get rid of the product buildup. Or even, you know, if you've gone for a swim and there's chlorine in your hair, these kind of times you need to do a proper clarifying treatment. Even if your hair is going through protein overload, then also you need to first clarify your hair before you start off with anything. So it's very important to clarify your hair. Do it at least once in 3 to 4 weeks to make sure that your hair, it does not have any buildup or anything like that. Mistake number 4, not reading the ingredients list. This is one mistake that I'm guilty of doing because when I started off, I was not really bothered about reading the ingredients list. Whatever the bloggers and, you know, YouTubers suggested, I just buy that, and then I started using it on my hair. It worked really well for a long time, but then at one point of time my hair faced like severe protein overload, because of which it was just breaking off and all of that. That's when I realized that it's very important to read the ingredients list. See if there's any ingredient that does not suit your hair. Like for example, heavy amounts of protein does not suit my hair. I know that now after making the mistake. So yeah, just read the ingredient list. Make sure that if your hair is protein sensitive, there are no proteins in it, or if, you know, your hair can take only a certain amount of protein, make sure that the protein based ingredients are at the end of the list. Also, if a product says key ingredients and nothing else, that means that basically they're not giving out their whole list of ingredients, so it might not be CG friendly. So be very careful about that as well. Mistake number 5, not customizing your hair care routine. I know a lot of people who just follow the routine that other bloggers follow, other content creators follow, and then they complain that it doesn't work for them. Of course, it's not going to work for you the way it works for them, because their hair type is different, their curl type is different, every hair is different. So it depends a lot on your porosity, how much product you need, if it's thin, thick, how is your hair wavy? Depends on a lot of different factors. And what you need to do first is experiment initially with different styling techniques, with different amounts of products. You need to do these things to make sure that your hair is at its best, because a wavy haired person will probably need lesser leave-in, lesser curl cream, or a person with thin hair will need lesser products, and a person with like kinky curls will need a lot more products. So you need to figure out what works for your hair that way. Mistake number 6 is not figuring out what your hair type is. So if you know, there are different types of porosities. So there's a medium porosity, low porosity, high porosity. And when it comes to curl types, there's 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, all of this. So figure out what your hair type is, whether it's thin, whether it's thick, whether it's low porosity, whether it's high porosity or medium porosity, and then figure out your routine accordingly. Mistake number 7 is throwing out products too soon. A lot of us have the habit of trying out a product just once and just deciding that no, it doesn't work for my hair and I'm just going to chuck it out. Don't do that. When it comes to skin or hair, you need to give the product at least a few tries before you think of tossing it. And you need to use it in different ways to see which way works for you. So if, for example, I have a shampoo and I just put it straight onto my hair and it works great for me, it doesn't dry out my hair or anything like that. But for you, it might dry out your hair. So you might need to do it in a different way. Say, for example, you just take a little bit of the shampoo, massage it onto your scalp and let the water just run through the length of your hair, or maybe just dilute it in a mug and then pour it on and then massage your scalp. Depends. There are different ways of using the product, so you need to figure out what works for you. So say, for example, you are unsure about a product and you want to buy it, you think it's going to suit you. What you can do is just get in touch with another curl friend of yours, like another person who has like curls as well, and ask them if they want to try out the same product. Find someone who wants to try out the same product, buy one, split it, so that way you'll have a smaller quantity to try and you will know whether it suits you, and then you can make the full purchase later. That way you won't be wasting a lot of product as well. Try out different things and use it at least like 4 to 5 times before you decide that it's not for you. Mistake number 8 is copying different people's haircuts. Just like hair types, even face shapes are different. And when you go for a haircut, let your hairstylist decide what's best for you, and go to a person that you trust, whose skills you trust. Ask them to figure out, like tell you what hairstyle would suit you, so they can give you 2-3 options of how you can do your hair, and then you can choose and pick between those. Like for example, I just cannot do the curl fringe. I don't think it'll suit my face. And when I asked my hairstylist also, he was like, yeah, I think you can do without it. So as much as I want curl fringes, I know it won't suit my face. So just because some other person really rocks those fringes doesn't mean I can as well. So this is what I like, how this hair, this haircut looks on me, and this is what my hairstylist suggested me, and I just went for that. So try to firstly find a trustworthy hairstylist. Secondly, trust their words. They know your hair and they know your face shape and they know what will suit you. So go for that. So find people who have similar face shapes and try to see what looks good on them, and then show it to your hairstylist and ask them, will this suit me? And then go for it. Mistake number 9 is not deep conditioning regularly. Oh my god, I can't stress on this enough. Deep conditioning helps your hair so much, because curly hair in general is a little dry, and deep conditioner gives that moisture, that hydration that your hair needs, and you need to do this regularly. At least do it like once a week if you don't have the time, but every wash day will be perfect. So deep condition your hair regularly, and if you're just starting off with your CG journey, then it is super important to deep condition your hair. Try to do it on every wash day. If you don't have the time also, just buy a heat cap, or just like put on a shower cap, put on your DC and leave it at least for like 15 to 20 minutes at least. That makes a huge difference to your whole hair routine. Coming to mistake number 10 is not washing your face after styling your hair. So generally what do? We get into the shower, we wash our hair, and then we apply the conditioner, let it be, and in the meanwhile you'll have to wait for like 5 to 7 minutes at least. So in the meanwhile you just like take a body shower and all of that, and then wash your face and everything, and then you take off the conditioner, style your hair, and you're done, right? Don't do that. So what I do is I get into the shower, I wash my hair, I apply the conditioner, and then I just like scrub my feet or use a body scrub or do whatever. On wash days, it's also my body pampering day because I have that much of time. And then I wash the conditioner, I style my hair, and then I wash my face like with a face wash. It is very important because when you're using the products, there are a lot of people who have faced a lot of acne issues because of these things. So always make sure that you wash your face after you style. Even when I'm refreshing my hair, if I know there's, the product has seeped down to my skin, then I make sure that I wash my face completely and then only go about my day. Otherwise, you are going to have acne because these products are not made for your skin, and your face skin is super sensitive, and a lot of people have sensitive skin as such. So just make sure that you keep it clean. So these are some of the common mistakes that most curly haired people do. So if you're new to the CG journey, it will take a while to figure out these things on your own, but I've kind of been through that, done a lot of these mistakes, or seen people do these mistakes. If you're making any of these mistakes, now you know. So stop making these mistakes. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram. My handle is @SeemaRath. I will see you soon with another video. Until then, bye.